Hey, I'm Kyle, and welcome to the Mountaineering Unlimited channel. I'm in a hammock high up in this giant pine tree in Colorado's San Isabel National Forest. Come along with me on this adventure, bikepacking in the mountains, finding and making this tree my playground, and camping in the backwoods. Come along for the ride. It's going to be a good one. Okay, here we are at the Shirley Marshall Pass trailhead in the San Isabel National Forest, and we're about to get to it on this 20-mile loop, or at least get started on that and find our campsite. We are just a little above 9,100 feet, and we are just biking along this trail, which is a Forest Service road. And we're just keeping an eye out for any really big pine trees that catch our eye that we can go take a closer look at to see if we can climb them. Going up towards Ouray Mountain, which we can see right up there ahead of us, with some storm clouds up there too. We've pulled off the side of this trail, set our bikes down, and I'm gonna go up there and check out these awesome giant ponderosa pine trees. This is a great example of what I'm looking for. Trees that are close enough together to hang a hammock, trees that are healthy, trees that are high enough to get some height up there and to have fun, and some sturdy branches up top to easily throw a line up there to ascend and descend. But also look over here. Just over here, there's a whole forest of all these trees, so many good options. Now it's time just to choose the right tree with the best view. Right now we are at 9,529 feet elevation, surrounded by these giant ponderosa pine trees and these aspen trees. Well, we walked a bit further up this ridge to the top of it, and up here there's this little forest of aspen trees and some pretty big pine trees, but we want to go back through this dense forest of aspen trees because behind there we can see some really big pine trees that maybe have a better view of Mount Ouray. So we're going to check that out. And I did pull out the bear spray, but this time I have it on a holster, not my pocket. Let's go. There are bear here, and this would be a perfect spot for them. So we're just keeping our eyes peeled and cautious and careful. Look at this beauty, this queen, this tower. My word. This tree is probably 300 to 500 years old. That is the average age of a mature ponderosa pine tree. And my word, just get a look up this thing. Okay, we've done it. We've found the biggest tree with the best views, the mother tree. Look at this thing. Massive. Now we've found our tree, the mother tree, and now it's time to hike a few miles back to our bikes and push those up the hill and get back here. But this is going to be campsite for night one, and this is the tree. This is the tree, the mother tree. I'm calling it the mother tree because it just feels right. Hey, bud. Okay, see you later. Okay, we're back to the bikes, and now we're gonna take the bikes and go down the trail a bit and take a different approach up because that was too steep for the bikes. So there's follow a creek, less steep approach, and get back to the mother tree. Okay, we've been biking for a little bit down the trail here, or I should say up the trail. And it looks like Steven's found what he thinks is the good access point to go back up to the mother tree. Steven's making his way up. I'm gonna follow. We are just following this creek off trail to get up to the mother tree. This is what we're pushing up. Okay, we're almost done pushing our bikes up this mountainside, and unfortunately my sunglasses broke. They fell off and then I accidentally ran over them. So that's why I always keep a backup pair when I come hiking and camping. It's pretty windy up here. But almost there, so let's keep going. Well, here we are at the base of the biggest tree we could find with the coolest views, the mother tree. I'll have a rope system going up this way to a branch way high up there and get a hammock suspended pretty high up there, maybe 50 feet up or so. This should be fun. Now the plan is to just get this whole campsite set up. Over there, I'm gonna set up another hammock and have a rain fly over that. And the idea is that I'm gonna try to camp up there tonight, but if the weather's not gonna permit, then I'll have a plan B down here at the base. So I've got the rain fly set up. Now I'm just going to put everything for my bike pack underneath the rain fly, then eat some lunch, and then get the climbing system set up. Okay, it's time to set up the rope climbing system. First thing we're going to do is we're going to use this slingshot to shoot this little weight tied to this fishing line as a throw line. We're going to shoot this way up there to a branch, and hopefully I can do it within a few tries and get this to come back down. And then this is tied to the climbing rope, and then we'll just feed that up through the tree, and then we'll have our anchor up there and have a basal anchor down here. Yeah! Oh! Got it. Holy. Oh my gosh, it went up to the top one. Perfect. Okay. This is on a great branch way up there.
It's alive for sure.
Live, solid branch, I think. We're gonna test it out. All right, it's time to climb up this tree. We have the base anchor finished. We have a Yosemite bowline knot on here, and we have a static rope system going up here, coming down on the other end here with an ascender here, a hand ascender with a footstep here, and then I have a gree-gree. I tied a couple alpine butterfly knots to be able to pull stuff up, and I'm also gonna tie a separate anchor a little bit up here to have two anchors holding us in, just for redundancy in case a bear came up or something and scratched on that rope. If it broke some way, that way we have redundancy, a safety fail stop to catch me so no one falls and gets hurt. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get on climbing. The first thing I'm gonna do is tie in and make sure my carabiners are locked. And I've already went through my safety check here, spent quite some time doing that, and now I'm going to go ahead and hook up my ascender. Everything is locked in, safe and secure. Okay, so now it's time to actually climb. Okay, so moving up. See how this is holding us? And then I sit down, and then I can stand up, go up higher, pull up, like this, sit down, step up, sit down, step up. So far, so good. And now I'm getting just about high enough to add that second anchor here. Okay, we are up in the tree. This is over here. Here's where I'm going to set the hammock across this ledge here. Okay. Here. Get a little more slack here. Ooh, the wind died down. It's nice. It's been blowing hard. Here we are up in the tree, about 50 feet up. Over there's Mountaineering. And here we're about to set up the hammock. Okay, plan B. Okay. I'm gonna go down and eat some dinner now the hammock's set up, and then come back up here at sunset. Probably gonna have to sleep down at ground level. We're supposed to get some weather tonight, some rain. Also, it's been really windy, and it's supposed to have big gusts of wind tonight, up to 30 miles per hour, it said. But this is it. Got a great view of Mount Ouray. This is a fun hammock up here. I'm happy this worked out. Got Mount Ouray over there. Awesome view. Campsite's just back over there by the mother tree. Shaping up to be a nice evening. We just got back from hiking to a creek that ended up being dry. So tomorrow morning we'll bike to a different creek to find some water to purify. We do have enough to last us tonight though. Okay, now it's time to climb up. Got an awesome view over there of the mountains. Almost up all the way. Gonna have my dinner up here and watch the sunset. Okay, time to pull up my bag. In my bag I got my dinner and my water and my coat. A little chilly up here. Got myself a spaghetti freeze-dry pack. I can't wait to eat this. Time to head on down. All good. All right. Yep. It's hard to trust this at first. Okay, here we go. Slower than that. Now it's just smooth sailing down. All right. Checking out the campsite. Got my hammock set up down underneath my rain fly. And then I'm finishing up some dinner, and when I'm done with that, I'll put that in this bag that I have here. Got a plastic bag, Ziploc, a big one, and putting it inside this bag, and then I'm gonna hang it up in a tree over there somewhere. And then I'm gonna go to bed. And because we decided to leave the rope system up overnight, I'm gonna go ahead and cover this rope with this waterproof bag. Looks better. Keep it nice and dry overnight. That's a long ways up. Okay, I'm in my hammock and it's time to go to bed. I'm gonna put on my down feather booties and call it a night. See you in the morning. Good morning. It's a beautiful morning here. 38 degrees. And it's 6:20 in the morning. I just spent the last 30 minutes watching this amazing sunrise. And now, after Stephen wakes up, we're gonna go get some water and purify some water. Well, I'm glad I didn't end up sleeping in the hammock in the tree last night, because the wind would have been unbearable. It was howling all night, and I would have been swinging around up there a lot, but no rain. And plus it was really cold last night. I did check the thermometer around 1 o'clock last night, and it was about 36 degrees, but it felt colder. I have hiked a ways from our campsite to get a view of Mount Ouray, and also to try to see if I can see any wildlife. Well, there's nothing quite like taking a morning stroll through the forest and the mountains while eating some biscuits and listening to the birds. This is just great. The weather forecast today is clear skies, and it's supposed to get up to the mid-60s, but up here with the sun, it feels like mid-70s really. So it's gonna be a great day. We are back on the road again. This is it. Droz Creek, everyone. I'm sure it runs some time of year. Whee. Okay, we found a creek. Now we just need to fill up the water lung in the water bottle, put the tabs in, and let it sit for 30 minutes. Okay, Stephen and I found a cool little trail, so we're going to explore it while our water sitting here cures. Purifies. Yes, better word to say. So pretty. Stephen and I have been hanging out here by this creek for a little bit, just catching our breath, taking in the awesome nature here. Well, next we're gonna get back on the bikes, get to our water. The water's ready now to drink, it's purified. We're gonna chug that, I'm so thirsty. And then we're gonna bike on back to the campsite and climb the tree. Have some fun climbing around. Okay, I've got back to the water, ready to drink it. It's a little yellow, but it's gonna taste great. It's good still. So now the plan is to drink some more water, put on some sunscreen, have a snack, and then we're gonna bike on back to the campsite and start climbing the tree. Alright, Stephen's up in the tree, hanging out on the hammock now. So now I'm gonna make some lunch. I'm gonna boil some water and then make some instant mashed potatoes, loaded mashed potatoes. And put these in the freeze-dry pack that I saved from last night to cook them in. And just like that, bon appetit. Okay, I'm gonna get harnessed up, do all my safety checks, and then start climbing and enjoy my lunch up there. Maybe even take a little nap. Just this slow creep, moving on up. I'm just about 30 feet up. I've got 10 feet more to go to the hammock. It's nice up here. Now, pull up my bag. Well, after having that big lunch and after doing a lot of work the past 48 hours, pretty tired, so I'm gonna take a little nap in the hammock up here, and then we're gonna get packed up and get on going home. But it's nap time. This is how I'm gonna be napping. A big gust of wind came and woke me up. It's only been like 30 minutes, but I was asleep and I first woke up and I kind of forgot I was up here. But now I'm awake and not sleepy, so I'm gonna get this hammock packed up and get on down and pack up the campsite and go home. This tree, Mother Tree, you've been so good to me. It's a very special tree. I use all locking carabiners, by the way, because it's just an extra safety mechanism and redundancy is great. I know some people don't like having locking carabiners for everything, but I do. Let's get out on here, push away, trust the system. You gotta trust it. Every time I think I question it. Okay, well now that I've untied the basil anchor and I untied the butterfly knots I had, now I should be able just to pull this rope all the way through. All right, well there you have it. The tree is just like we found it. Now I just need to get the rope coiled up and then get everything packed up. Getting all packed up here. Everything is ready to put on the bike. Everything's in the bike packs, but I did pull out some stuff I wanted to show you. All the climbing gear is this rope, which fits in one side of a saddlebag, and then the rest of it is in this harness bag. The harness, my slings, the slingshot, all that stuff to get the pre-line up, the fishing line, all the carabiners, and the ascender and the gree-gree. My bike is all packed up and ready to go, so we're gonna leave and hit the trail and get going home. This was an awesome campsite. This was an awesome tree, Mother Tree. The nice part is that most of this is going to be downhill. But I do need two hands. Okay, we are on the road again. Now it's just a downhill coast to the car. All right, we are back at the trailhead parking lot. That's a wrap for this video. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Stay tuned for the next one.